know, it was all good just a week ago. Now, motherfuckers is on this bitch declaring war. Okay? Declaring war. So I'm live right now for a minute to give my thoughts on the things that transpired last night, roughly around 3 a.m. my time, apparently. Um, Shakim went live and he brutally, verbally assaulted Ness um, in regards to um, some things that he was promised, or some things that Ness said that she was going to help him with, or I'm not quite sure, because from what I can tell, the conversation happened behind the scenes. It didn't happen on a live stream, apparently, or not a live stream that I've seen. Okay, yeah, I see Tanya then made it. What's happening? How you doing? Okay. I went looking. I tried the red ball. I tried to go to see, you know, was there any type of conversation that happened, publicly. But apparently it just seems like this conversation happened um, offline, and it went from an offline conversation that ended up online. Okay, apparently today is the 31st, and Shakim had made a statement in his stream where he said um, that Ness had promised him some money, and being that she didn't give the money, um, this is what led to A, B, C, and D. Um, Now, again, I wasn't involved in any of the business with the sponsors or anything like that. But I want to say this. Um, Looking at the scenario from the outside, because I see some people just saying, "Oh, I told you, Ness was like this," and I didn't see how the trip was going to be a success if Shakim and Lemon already had beef. Just in my opinion, I didn't see the trip happening just off of that. I didn't, like Shakim and Lemon have already been going back and forth, going back and forth. Um, when Shakim said, "Yeah, he's not fucking with Lemon no more," how do we get around that? Because if you not fucking with Lemon, how are we fucking with Ness? If you not fucking with Lemon, and we all supposed to be sitting in the same room. So I never saw that being worked out. But Shakim is saying, well, from his live stream, he's saying that, Ness like double crossed him. Like she was supposed to be sending him, Yeah, like she was supposed to be sending him some money for the trip or just money in general. I like, I don't communicate with Ness like that. I don't believe in bothering people like that. I have access to Ness if I wanted to contact her because there's multiple ways to get in contact with content creators. But from what Shakim was saying, it was a respect thing. He's saying that Ness doesn't respect him to his liking. Now he also made statements, that were highly disrespectful. I can't repeat none of that stuff. Okay, because yeah, he went from like 0 to 1,000. The only thing I did see is that Ness was watching all of this transpire. She was in the cloud. She was moving around. She dropped in on Lemon's panel. She said, well, I know that he's drunk and that when he wakes up, he's probably going to regret what he's done. Yeah, it's a real hot mess right now. The way the live stream was going, it made me think like Ness blasted him online or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll never know what that backdoor conversation was. Um, you know, yeah, I was yeah, like I was shocked just like everybody else because like Shakim just came live and he was like, yo, man, fuck Ness and fuck the finesses, fuck everybody, full goddamn meltdown. And I'm thinking to myself, well, like I'm just looking for evidence of like where did she blast him? Like I don't know. Like there had to be some type of conversation, right? Like you don't jump off the ledge like that without a conversation. You feel what I'm saying? Like I done had people turn on me before. You feel me? So I know what that feels like. I know what that feels like to have people turn on you. But this seems like, like like just from looking at it, it looks like this happened over money. Like, but it wasn't like money that was owed. You know, it's like somebody saying like, "Yo, I need X amount of dollars," and the person agree to send it, but then they don't send it. I don't, just me. I don't know if I would have handled the situation the same way. Like, everybody's different. Like for example, right? Um, a lot of people was in Ness's ear telling her that either I was trying to do something to her, uh, just weird shit. They was just saying all this stuff about me to her. And eventually, it would get back to me via her. It's like these dumb motherfuckers don't realize if you say something to her about me, all she gonna do is turn around and bring the shit to me. You know, like the dumbest troll move ever. But niggas try it anyway. So, I like I remember a while back, I had asked Ness. I said, "Yo, I wanted to do a feature with her or whatever, but we never really got off into it. It was like a passing conversation. I never really got in depth with her to say, okay, I got a show idea I want to drop on you, and we could run it because like my show concepts are not discussed online. Period." So, you get the fucking show. Vince McMahon style. Don't nobody know what's gonna happen at the start of Monday Night Raw. You just turn the shit on and it's on. So, it's like my energy is different. You know what I'm saying? My energy is different. If somebody said they was gonna send me some money and they don't send it, I don't. I guess I don't have that. I don't have that same reaction. I just look at it like the money was never meant. You say lemon is the cause of all of this. Yeah, lemon could be a factor. See, lemon could be a flip flopper at times. That's why you don't see me fucking with him like that. I don't go on that nigga shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't deal with that element of flip flopping. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit some weird ass shit to me. You feel me? So I can't fuck with that flip flopping shit. And lemon is a certified flip flopper. I know Ness like him. That's why I just I lay back. I'm not, hey man, everybody got their own platform, right? Everybody got their own shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the beauty about not being able to kiss anybody's ass. I'm telling y'all up front who I fuck with and who I don't. You feel me? Ain't no hate. I ain't gotta attack the nigga. I ain't gotta go at him. I ain't gotta, hey, look, nigga, you stay over there. Look, I'm over here on my shit. It's just that motherfucking simple. You feel me? It go from support to no support, just like that. You feel me? Okay. That's how you show a sign of you not fucking with a motherfucker. Hey, look, you don't show up when a nigga live. You don't type in a nigga chat. You don't talk about what he had or what was going on the nigga show, unless some other shit happened that happened with some people that you fuck with. That's the only reason why you end up over there. You feel me? That's how that worked. That's how that system worked. Okay. Okay, that's how you make some shit disappear. Okay, I'm at the level. I've been here too long. Like I said, I've been here too long. All right, I know how to erase a nigga off my phone. You know what I'm saying? That shit, it gets easier with age. Trust me. But anyway, the whole element of Shakim and Ness. Ness ain't she didn't really say nothing back to it. It just sounded like Ness just sounded like she was more disappointed than anything. She sounded more disappointed. You feel what I'm saying? But not to take sides, Shakim was truly hurt. He was drunk, but in that element of being tipsy, okay, that nigga was in a sober mindset, but he was like whatever transpired behind the scenes ignited blue flames in this nigga. Okay, he went full fucking throttle, no mercy on this. I'm like, damn. Okay, what's up, Paulette? See, I like, you know, I I really ain't got a problem with, this is the hard thing, right? When two people on YouTube get the beefing that you fuck with, you know, the crowd who ain't got a side, the crowd is here to see bloodshed. Okay, the crowd is here to see bloodshed and pick sides and shit like that. You know, but I just feel like if Shakim feels like if everything he said in that live stream that's how he truly feel, then yeah, maybe he should just separate himself. You know what I'm saying, from this. You know, just separate yourself from her. You know what I'm saying? Because it make no sense attacking her. All right, like I'm just confused on the whole money thing. Like if Ness was supposed to send you some money on the 30th and the day's the 31st and she ain't sending the money, you know, I like I think I would bring that more to a question, especially if I got like her contact information and I could blow her phone up if I wanted to. She gonna pick up if we cool, you know. Hey man, you supposed to send me that money. What you waiting on, girl? Cash app. I guess like I said, my mindset is a little bit different. You know, but it was like when he ain't get that motherfucking money, he turned into a monster. Okay, when that money didn't come through, he literally like like went like to the ninth dimension. Now I don't know how much money he spent, if he spent any on hotels, because he was talking about how Ness told him to cancel his flight. And that's another confusing thing to me. It's like she calls you and says, cancel your flight, and you cancel it. I'm confused. Like, that's really confusing to me. Cause it's like if I tell Ness, hey, I'm booking a flight to Washington. I'm about to pull up in your city. VicDamoane about to be in your city, girl. I'm pulling up. I didn't book my flight. And she calls me or I call her, and it don't matter who call who. But in the midst of us having a conversation, she tells me to cancel my flight unwarranted. I ain't said nothing and I'm just, speculating here because I don't I ain't in the conversation, but these are the bits and pieces we getting, right? So if I'm having a conversation with Ness and she tells me, yo, cancel your flight, I like at that point, you know, regardless of what she say after that, I'ma get the insinuation that she don't want me to pull up to Washington. She telling me to cancel the flight. And I done told her I didn't already spend my money on it, I didn't booked it. And she's telling me not to come. Okay? Like I don't understand. I that's the part I don't understand. Like if I'm supposed to be meeting up with you and you tell me, yo, cancel the flight. At that point you are ending our engagement. You know what I'm saying? Like there wasn't anything extra to that. I don't think there's any hard feelings. All right, but if that's the vibe, I'm not trying to make anybody uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like you know, I like that ain't my move. Like I'm a part of humanity and society. I move around with strangers at the job. So like how fucking strange are you people on here? You know what I'm saying? Like, are y'all motherfuckers on medication or some shit? Do I really got to bring a pistol with me? Like you was doing live streams, I was doing live streams. Now I really got to bring the strap with me because you gonna do something dumb. I might have to pistol whip your ass out there. Like. But that's the thing. Like, it to me it didn't have to blow up. In my opinion, it didn't have to escalate to the point where Ness is a whole bunch of bitches and uh she's what else he was talking about family. I mean, just all the way up, bro. I was like, damn, all the way up. And he was like, boom, well, I didn't block her, I didn't cancel my memberships, I don't want to see her, she don't exist to me. I'm thinking to myself like, damn, bro, like what the fuck did she say? See, I look at Ness as a content creator. I look at her as, unless she come to Detroit, I might not never meet her. God damn it, unless she downtown like Tracy. Well, Tracy ass didn't pull up at Hart Plaza. I would have never met her motherfucking ass. You feel me? So that was the thing. Like I don't really like, expect a whole lot, and I've never been dependent on anybody else's money, not to the point where, like they call me and say, well, oh, such and such ain't happened. And now, I'm blasting the shit out of their ass. You was supposed to send me the money on Monday. It's Tuesday. Tuesday came. You ain't shit. You the worst person in the world. I'm like, well, damn, and he was so enraged that he didn't really leave her no room he didn't drop no link, nothing, because she saw it. I know she was sitting there watching all that shit transpire last night, and he didn't even want to let her fight back. He ain't even want her to fight back. I said, damn, bro, you ain't gonna give her opportunity to defend herself, or you know okay, but he kind of like said he was leaving Ness, and he was, I guess, going to be exclusive to Brianna now, because he did big up Brianna a whole lot. Now, I don't have a side in this, I don't really have a side. It's I didn't make arrangements. I never told anybody that I was going on a trip. You know what I'm saying? Um, but clearly Shakim has chosen a side. Shakim has definitely chosen a side. You know, and from whatever the situation was, it like, I don't know. Did I miss a live stream, y'all? Did somebody put something up? My black ass be at work and shit. For some strange reason, I got insomnia today. Okay, I got insomnia. Oh man, the weed is fantastic right now, y'all. I got me a pre-roll. That shit got me mellow as fuck. Wish I could have got that pre-roll. This motherfucker I'm smoking on the Shakim before he went live. Okay. But I know the people are looking like, yeah, they waiting on Ness to go live, right? Everybody waiting like, yo, Ness, what are your thoughts on this? Okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, I don't know Ness personally, but the demeanor of Ness, okay, she'll be upset, she'll be disappointed, but at the end of the day, she gonna get over it, okay? Because I feel like in this scenario, like I'm looking to see her wrongdoing. You know, as men, we got to be responsible for certain things. And the red flag for me on Shakim's part is when he said, Ness told me to cancel the flight, so I canceled it. Whoa. And then everything was everything? She was supposed to do this. She was supposed, oh, whoa, whoa. But if you already had the money spent and everything's already together, why is she telling you to cancel it? It don't matter who's sponsoring what. The sponsor could put that money in my pocket. No, look, the flight is booked. I'm on that plane. The sponsor wanna put some more money down. Oh, okay, cool. The sponsor could send that to my Cash App. I mean, like that's the only part that's confusing me. You know what I'm saying? When I listen to him, because I listened to him. I listened to what he said. I had to skip past the personal attacks, because the personal attacks is anger. I'm trying to see why are you mad? I need to understand why you mad. Why is the energy at the height of that it is? And you giving bits and pieces, but you kind of like all over the place because you mad. And the one thing that I got from that anger, right? The one thing that I got from Shakim's anger is like it was the money thing. I don't know how much money it was. I don't know who was supposed to be sending what, But that's what it seems like, you know, this anger came up that Nessa was supposed to send him X amount of dollars and she didn't do it. So it's like if she would have sent the money, the live stream would have never happened. If that makes any sense. I mean, it makes sense to me, because I'm a content creator. But that's what it seems like. It seems like there was some conversation that happened between them two offline, and whatever happened in the conversation, you know, Shakim was expecting something and he didn't receive what he was expecting. Okay. So yeah, it's a hot mess, man. It's a hot mess. Okay? It's a hot mess, man. Okay? Yikes. But look, y'all, I ain't come up here to be too long, man. I just wanted to drop my little opinion on the things that have transpired. You know, it looks real. Uh, excuse me. Like I said, y'all, I be working, so I be seeing a lot of shit, commenting on it. It depends on what level of insomnia I have. Right now, my level of insomnia is pretty high. So this is when, I write a note or something and stick it on something to my wife and say, hey man, make sure I wake up at 7 o'clock. You dig? Make sure I wake up at 7 o'clock. Okay? Real talk. Okay? 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 And my man out there cutting that grass. That's actually like a soothing sound outside. Okay? It's hot as I don't know what. And I'm sitting here right next to the AC. I ain't even got the bitch turned on. Cause as soon as I turn this AC on, I get the freezing my nuts off. So I cut the bitch right back off. Is that weird? I done had this AC for years. Motherfuckers been trying to clown me on this uh, uh, AC unit. This motherfucker ain't never stopped running. Y'all kiss my ass, okay? In every live stream, this bitch ain't never stopped running. It's one AC unit I put in this bitch, and damn it, every time I turn this motherfucker on, the bitch click and run. Okay, I had to replace the one in the bedroom, and I had to replace the one in Vivi's room. This one in the living room. Okay, like a champ. Okay, telling my wife we're gonna replace it sooner or later. Replace the damn refrigerator because that motherfucker getting old too. Okay, appliances shit start breaking. You gotta do maintenance. All right, maintenance is a must. All right, but it's your boy VicDamoane, man. I'm gonna probably be up for a couple more hours. All right, probably go live on the other channel. Fuck around for a minute. You know, either that or I'm gonna be drinking a Red Bull. All right, and be up all night again. All right. With that being said, deuces.